Alright. Let's see.
Well, thank you for asking, game. I am Chloe Cruz, and this is my Baldur's Gate 3 Act 1 synopsis video. Baldur's Gate 3, for the uninitiated, is a top-down, turn-based strategy RPG based on D&D, Dungeons & Dragons, 5e specifically. What is D&D, you might ask? Well, if you don't know what D&D is, you probably clicked on the wrong video. I will be popping in from time to time to give more context as necessary and occasionally my opinions or observations of a given scene. This will be somewhat sporadic and definitely retrospective at times, but I'll elaborate more as we go. So, first things first. This is Taupe. Our Tav, who I will be referring to as Taupe for the remainder of this series, begins as any other Tav, emerging from a pod designed to birth new illithids. This, of course, following the scene of an illithid putting a baby in us. Taupe explores the Nautiloid, and we get our first tutorial interaction with an intellect devourer. That's a tough word to say. Devourer. Devourer. It's gonna start losing its meaning.
The enemy. So many enemies.
Okay, so I only needed 10. Oh, not 20. Okay. Convenient.
The brain lifts from the skull.
Us calls it its friend, but it's mostly useful as fodder in these early fights, so let's not think too hard about the nature that comes with the existence of intellect
Our
devourers.
freedom is ours, friend.
We then are introduced to our first companion of the game. This is Lae'zel, a Githyanki and a fighter by default. She is skeptical of us at first, but when the tadpoles in our heads create a telepathic link between us, she realizes that we are to be trusted. For now. She seems to be of the shoot first, ask questions later type. Following this, we get our first tutorial fight against some imps. They're really not that big of a deal. They go down so quickly, you might even one-shot all of them.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle. We have no time for stragglers.
Exploring further, Taupe finds our second companion of this game, who is in a similar pod that we found ourselves in not too long ago.
Are you satisfied?
Shadowheart,
We need to
our
go.
cleric and healer of this game, seems to be a victim of the illithids as well.
The console hums to life. The pulse, perhaps it will open the nearby pod. Suddenly, then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority.
Critical failure? Can I try again?
Feel the
Oh, she can't fail it.
your mind.
You keep dangerous company. I did. They'll have to. Let me come with you. Shadowheart.
Our immediate mission,
It's
as is
nothing.
agreed upon by the group, is to take control of the ship. So, we head straight to the helm to do just that. Those are not Tiefling.
The nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape. What now?
Now we
On
run.
my way. My path be true.
The Helm's alien transponder. You made it in time. Chaos of the crash site confuses the landscape. You'll need to find a settlement or landmark, and you'll need to do it quickly.
After waking, Taupe finds herself on the shores of Faerun. Where exactly
How is this possible?
is yet to be determined.
Remember the ship.
So, we set out to figure
I
out just
remember
that.
falling.
We run into Shadowheart pretty immediately, who
Then
suggests
nothing.
we party
We
up
need
for a
each other.
while,
It
just
would
in
have been
time
too easy for you
for a
to
more
run right
formal
past my
tutorial
car.
on
Lead the
combat.
way.
Try me. Tear me down.
At this point, I would like to mention that I will be letting cutscenes and character
keep some
interactions
distance, so this'll be
play
a
out
short
as
fight.
best as possible, while only offering context if absolutely necessary. Oh, and yes, my face is going to be there for the remainder of this act. I stream my whole adventure on Twitch, where you can see every decision and mistake I make.
Time to press ahead.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Movement speed or
Try to kill it? Try to kill it. Nice.
Quite well.
Okay.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
I've got one of those brain things called.
Brain things.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
He does this regardless of what you pick, right?
I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me? I'm not an idiot.
Your mind twists. You try to hold the memory, but it fails.
What was that? What's going on? The worm. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. I'm out of wine and flowers, so I hope an introduction will suffice. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. The strong and silent type. All right. Please tell me you at least know something about these worms. turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect?
What's going on with that room?
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone? Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Aha. Oh. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. Usually better at this. At magic. Say, but I know you.
At
don't
introductions?
I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Nautiloid as well.
Never mind the Nautiloid. How did you get stuck in that
I don't
stone?
know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you?
Good question. I haven't a clue.
Fair enough. You too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
Go on.
The insertee we speak of, this parasite. Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon too. It was an act of foresighted kindness.
The
I'm
two
sure.
companions we just met are
Might also
Astarion
need to take a
and
break here in a
Gale,
second to
respectively.
sort
Astarion
this out.
is our resident rogue with a dark hidden secret, and Gale will be our prodigy wizard,
Leave it
as
for the
he
goblins
likes
to
to
kill.
describe himself.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a
In
guess.
fact,
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
will that work? Do that. Okay.
Demaze, let's...
No, I'm not leaving this fiend with a stranger. No one's safe if that thing goes loose.
You've but one chance. Join me or die.
No!
You lying rat!
Did Shadowheart disapprove? Wow. He's dead. Let's just do a range attack so we're not crowding this area. Ow.
I need to...
Alright, cool.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious.
Auspicious
But the longer
indeed.
we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection.
Are you sure about that?
Open the bloody gate! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid? By the nine hells! Open the gate!
Get him! No! Shit! Form a line!
Damnable roach!
I will.
Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting. Let's do it.
Just going hot.
Now that we have a full group of 4, the game throws us into a massive battle against some goblins, which seem to be attacking what appears to be an innocent community of tieflings. You'll get a feel for my editing style when it comes to combat in this fight, which is going to be my attempt to shorten encounters while keeping in big moments and funnier mishaps.
Missed?
One day, I'll catch a break.
One day. Oh boy. It's the funniest. That's something that I find really funny about this game is that. Hey, you missed twice, but you got a crit. Is that you have an equal chance at rolling like a 1 and a 12 on a spell like that? Like, you think that'd make it balanced, but then at the same time, you also would like some kind of like consistency.
Inside! All of you! More may follow!
I'll do my best to keep combat concise and entertaining as we go, but keep in mind that this series is going to focus more on events and origin character stories. So if combat is what you're looking for, you're not going to find a lot of it here, but I'll do my best to showcase it as best as possible. If you want to see more, go to my Twitch channel. There are tons of other videos on YouTube. Just go play the game yourself, scrub. What am I, your mother?
Ain't known for courage.
You see the Tiefling's jaw clench. He's about to erupt.
Forgive me, sister. I forgot myself.
Worried about your precious hides.
Enough! Squabbling is pointless. The goblins have found us. Forgive that display. Aradin's a blowhard, but that's no cause for me to join him. Thank you for your help out there. There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world out. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. I've tried. Korga, their new first. You, though? I know it's not your business. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Really? We're messengers now.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, you'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense.
Go on. Give me a best shot. Not bad. Again.
I can't do it. I'm not like you.
Umi, I don't need you to be like me. You just have to buy enough time to run. Come on. I believe in you. You can do this.
Hey there. This is Will, the Blade of Frontiers. He is a happy little do-gooder with a knack for stealing hearts and using Eldritch Blast.
Just ahead, a diabolical figure, red skin, single curled horn, blazes with flame, bloodied great axe held high.
Hell's great fires. You were on the ship. You saw her then. Advocatus Diaboli.
Advocatus Diaboli. A devil's advocate.
Her name is Karlach. An archdevil soldier I swore on my good eye to kill. I tracked her through the hells to the Mind Flayer ship, but the damned Illithids infected me before I could end her. She's out there now, preying on the innocent. I don't kill her, she'll leave behind nothing but a trail of corpses.
I'd also like to point out at this point that the sound design of this game is phenomenal. I didn't even hear the echo in the Emerald Grove till I started editing, but
Keeping your greatest
Gale could do with
weapon
the
in
rest.
reserve, eh? An excellent strategy.
Let's make this happen.
What a dickhead.
The famous Blade of Frontiers in the flesh. Clever, this hero act you've got going.
Hero, Blade. Name strangers gave me. My friends call me Will.
Excellent. If we ever become friends, I'll know what to call you.
Oh my. This is going to be a fun journey.
Hold out your hand, lady. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky.
I might as well. Ah, come on! Roll a 4! It wouldn't be enough. That's so lame! Sure.
Weeping, bleeding hells!
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn.
Detect thoughts?
You see her hand in your bags and the shame in her heart.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
So...
Hey, you here to trade or? Yeah, I know. I was standing right here telling her to rob you. I am sorry. Sorry we're still talking about this. Look, you caught her. Good for you. You aren't a chump like everyone else around here. Now, do me a favor. Make room for the chumps.
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh, let me through, Ragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
Well, that was a bit loud, don't you think?
Calm, Magrin. Give her a chance. You, step back. Go join the other tieflings.
If it weren't for me, you'd be overrun by goblins by now. I'll go where I
Kick back.
please.
Force my hand, and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Wish I could understand you.
Wait, I know this guy.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
You there! Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest. Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
A rare, jam-colored hue and wielded magic blowguns. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates?
Just concentrating, I'm not dying.
They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed. These goblins are informed by a kind of strategy anathema to their kind. I, for one, intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm just preparing to head to their camp as we speak, in fact. If you'll excuse me, I ought not to door roll.
Please. I'm sorry.
This is madness, Korga. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil, and I will cast out the rest.
I have a feeling this one's gonna be really high. Okay, my bonus doesn't really help me here.
Not how probability works.
Hey! Alright, cool.
Halsin is gone. I am first druid now. I will take control and prove my authority. Fair words. Go on. Say it. You think I'm a monster? I know your kind. You see only villains and victims. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. I call her mother. You call her monster. I want you to provide your services to Zevlor. This tale ends but one way. They're to be gone before final prayer. The viper must strike.
No word from the scouts yet?
No, sir. But if...
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the
Our
road.
party's mission as of now is dismantling the goblin camp and defeating its
It's good of
leaders,
you to offer,
allowing for safe
but there's
passage
a-
out of
we
the
need an army
grove
of
for
our own to
Zevlor
escort
and
us
the other
safely to
tieflings.
Baldur's Gate.
This in turn
There
also
may
satisfies
be a
Kaga and
way.
the other druids' demands.
Goblins.
Well, mostly
Somebody must
Kaga.
be leading them.
Before
Bringing
setting off,
discipline
though,
to their
we take care of
ranks.
a few
It's
things
no small
around the
thing
Emerald
to
Grove,
ask, but
including following up on Lae'zel's
friend's
lead
blood not enough.
about the Githyanki Kresh,
Come to rip
and
me
saving a
open
few
too.
civilians from
In Kresh
imminent doom.
Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Has the tadpole ravaged your senses? Sympathy will not lead us to purity.
Kichoki. Fine.
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us, for we saw it.
The map. Show me.
No hard feelings.
Such a pretty song. Shh. Listen. Don't you hear it? It's so peaceful.
A sweet melody plays above the waves, beckoning you, drowning out all logical thought.
Oh no. It's gonna be a 2, okay.
The suffocating yearning suddenly fades as the spell breaks.
No, no.
Harpies.
Yes, everything's gonna be...
Okay. How many? Fuck, okay. Will this work? Is the question. Let's position ourselves a bit better. Attack off. Yes, you are, okay. Are they focusing will? No, okay, they're spreading out their attacks. Okay. They're not that healthy. Taupe is Lord? Fuck. Okay, Will is dead.
What now? Damned monster. I'll make you pay.
Foul-winged charlatan! Your tricks will cost you.
One at a time.
What happened?
That's about fucking time. And Will's dead. Barely. Hit it till it dies. Sick. Real nice. That went better.
Let's have some carnage.
Nice job, Asterion.
Astarion.
Who's taking a hit? It's okay, Taupe. Get up. We're fine. You'll come into your groove. Poke hero, projectiles are small.
Are they gone? They're gone. Now there's just Mole. She'll be so mad. Wait, you should meet Mole. Find a boy called Donny.
He stares right past you as if you're invisible or boring. He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Mercon says you got him out of a tight spot with some harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed.
Thanks, it only took me 2 tries.
You saved Arabella from the druids, and thanks for going easy on Sylphie. Anyway, you want to talk? Talk. We're saving up for a better hideout when we get to Baldur's Gate. Why? You planning on telling me stealing is wrong? Won't turn down free money. Come see me in the city sometime, huh? I'll repay this and then some.
Cool.
You have good timing. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Take this. It's worth a fortune.
A soul coin, true to its name, holds a mortal soul inside. It serves in the Nine Hells as very valuable currency.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better, his
Benevolent
confidence is an
burden.
asset. Entirely. Each creche contained the library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
You look so unusual. Is that racist?
I expect I am your first. I understand much, more to the point. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Hello, Will.
The goblins still infest the roads. Karlak's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it. And she was planning to return. One of the archdevil Zariel's own, Chaos Incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlak might be taking, the damage she might be doing. A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to... All right. Anything more we should discuss? A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made.
I love that their tents are all personalized.
Talented, of course, though sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, city of splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional accomplishment. I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry.
You any good?
Certainly. That I have a great respect for privacy, for instance, especially my own.
Understood.
It's quite a sight. The stars, I mean. I could take or leave your chin. No. Just thinking. Reflecting on what tomorrow might bring. When we find the druid, will he know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over?
Will you miss me?
Why not? You've been to the Hells and back. Survived the crash. Survived everything that's followed. I'm not easily impressed by people, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for.
I have many talents if you want to explore them. ...
You have your charms. More than you think.
The smile on his pretty lips is a touch too composed, a bit too perfect. He may not mean a word he says.
Oh, you're no fun. Sleep tight. I'll see you later. I'm sure.
A fine evening, don't you think? The moonlight shines warmly on us. The breeze caresses our faces. Hideous. All of it. Would that I were doing battle up there, among the tears. Yes. Rocky bodies named after a false goddess. Look above. Watch the moon cross the sky. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through the sea of night. One of them is my creche. Kalir. Githyanki are hatched in creches all throughout realm space. Kalir is one of many. It's there I first saw a Kithrak mount a red dragon. But enough of this. You are wasting your resting time.
A tingle runs through your head and down to your feet.
Ah, there it is. That shiver. Our little brainworms have made fast friends, it would seem. How do you feel? It's natural to suffer a touch of worry. Before the Illithid's unscheduled surgery, I'd felt hundreds of the tadpoles weakened me, suppressed greater talents, but beyond that, I've showed no signs of turning. No nausea, no pain, not even a hot flash. Perhaps the worm's vat was poisoned. Perhaps we're uncommonly fit. Or perhaps the tadpole. We could
nearly on
conjecture
holiday.
all night. I suppose the why doesn't matter, so, and that answer is plain as the horns on a war devil's head. Let's get some rest.
We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Survived some
About
perils,
2 hours.
overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. I've grown to trust you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly. No, it cannot be cured. I can keep this condition under control, as indeed I've done for a significant amount of time, but that was under different circumstances altogether. I'll spare you the finer details, but it begins with a simple biological deterioration, muscle spasms, disorientation, catastrophe. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. That is why I turn to you. We've already done the finding. In fact, you know for yourself how hard-won such an item was. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic, as do our packs. As a matter of fact, we've such an item already in our possession.
The leader of the pack comes to chat. What's on your mind? You must be pleased to have a clear path forward. The sooner we find the druid house in, the better. I can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head. The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do?
Maybe I could leave you tied up.
Really? I'd just kill you.
Checks out.
Anyway, get some rest. How would you punish someone who wronged you? Oh, say murder or theft?
Hi, did you miss me? Day 2 begins with that lovely interaction and the finding of the absolute goodest boy in all of Faerun. Naturally, Topik spends an inspiration point to find out that his name is Scratch.
You see a name etched into the leather. Scratch. With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head. He whines, but remains rooted by the corpse's side.
Bet I can jump out.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that? Love. Was that? They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met. I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
For what? Talking to the mouse or the cat? Pretty words if you want to threaten me. Don't disguise it.
Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. This quaint little... Come. There, middle of somewhere. The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy. It might just be your last. Are you not entertained?
Right.
What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain. Come now, why play hard to get when you're in deep one skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight? I could fix it all, like that. And what is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I have a feeling you'll change your mind. Try to cure yourself, shop around, beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my hope. Such a tease. I'll be around, watching you squirt all those pretty little symptoms. Sundering skin, dissolving guts. They haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say, I'll be there.
horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
Okay, Will.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her! That's enough to damn you!
Listen to sense now. I don't want this to end badly for either of us. You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are...
Smitten.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going. Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
I like her. She looks like she could throw me over her shoulder and carry me to safety, should the need arise.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them.
Please, no more. Leave us in...
Cut the crap, Anders. I know what you are.
Don't let her hurt us. Please, we just want to go home. Leave us, and we'll leave you. Enough. Enough. I'll not play pretend any...
Avernus was never my home. It was my prison. I'm free now. And I'm never going back! Imperial Timmy! I smell blood.
I'm ready.
Okay. That's a way to start. Why can they shoot through the fucking door?
I am enjoying our walks together. Aren't you?
Let's see if this is any better.
Sure. In silence.
Another step forward.
Oh, okay.
Aye, aye.
Eat shit.
Where do I go from here?
If I just put him to sleep, is that a guarantee? Or should I just attack him? Alright, well he's dead. At least there's that. Get slightly out so he doesn't immediately die. I didn't realize Karlach was so weak. We're fine.
No choice but to keep going.
High roll. Alright, we're fine. I think that was possible.
Fancy their chances.
Hells, I need to hold on.
Come on. You miss?
Can't stay idle.
Die. Oh, you got a Gale. Easy. Fuck, man. Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck Thariel. I won't go back. I'm never going back. And if any of Mummy's little friends want to pick up where the others left off, they'll find nothing but a pile of ash. Not big enough. Now get out before you get hurt. Now!
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
We should keep moving. Nothing. The trick of the light. Well, let's just move along.
So as we approach the Goblin Camp to do just that, this little scene plays out in which the artifact that Shadowheart has been carrying does some magic shit. some weird disembodied voice shows us some figures that we are meant to seek out, and
irresistible,
we don't really get any answers aside from that.
leaving you in a dark,
Just a loose mission from someone whom we know nothing about.
armored male elf exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman.
These are my chosen. Aid their search for the prison.
You feel energy pulsing from the artifact, lifting the pain from you, pushing the voice away.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
Don't give me that look. I don't know what just happened any more than you do. We should keep going.
Nice one, Shadowheart. That thing in your pocket's powerful as hell.
All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. I suppose, if we're to continue together, I may as well tell you. I serve Shah. My home is a secret cloister in Baldur's Gate. A group of us were sent to retrieve the artifact. I can't tell you anymore. This mission required utmost secrecy. We all submitted to having our memories suppressed so that we couldn't betray Shah's If I reach my contact in the city, I'll have my... There. You have the truth.
A Shah worshipper? Not my usual quarry. Nor my usual ally.
There's nothing more I can tell you.
Sounds like they've captured themselves a bard.
With the inn burnt to ash, the captor raiseth your goblets and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had let you collide.
I reckon Draw Ragslin's the gobbo in charge, the way this one's carrying on.
Ooh, get off the stage.
Quite so. I am... Wait, wait.
Come on, pigeon. Back to you.
Now, look what you've done.
Come on. A bit of fun. Oi! Ain't no party in here. We're doing the Absolute's work. State your business.
Can I use my inspiration? Thank you.
Right. Don't go bothering my pigeon. He's mine. Keep him. What's it to ya? Hey.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
All right, all right. Here's the key. Pigeons all...
A joy to see if I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for... I intend to do... We mustn't tarry, but I hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke? Why, by design. I dare say the experiment has proven most fruitful, too. I'd be happy to share my findings once we've found somewhere safe to parley.
Keep your hands
After
steady,
rescuing
Free.
Volo, we venture further into the camp to find some goblins terrorizing a bear. I'm suddenly reminded that druids have a knack for turning into animals, and make a bet that this is the druid Halsin that we are looking for. I re-roll this fight a couple times due to these little twerps. They're coded to run out of the room and alert the guards of our presence, making this fight a bit more difficult. But once we take them down, the fight is pretty straightforward and goes off without a hitch.
pardon the viscera. One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down the list. You aided a bear without knowing if it would savage you. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid Halsin. Someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic. I didn't find what I came here for, a way to remove the tadpoles. That must be where these enchantments are placed on them. Be warned, my presence could make things more difficult. I can only restrain my bear form so much. If I join you, we'll likely have to slaughter this entire place. You may want to use discretion when approaching the goblin leaders.
Hey, funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that I mean, I know where I'd be. Lucky you. That's the dream. My family home's long gone, but I'll show you my favorite chow hall in the city, if it's still standing.
What's on your mind? Apart from finding me an artifact to consume? And no less bound to wake up again to continue its ravages. My words, my actions, my award-winning smile. Sincerely, though.
Let me guess. The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah. I can feel her influence somehow. I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons. It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Ah, my good fellow. Quite. I was just settling in and reviewing my latest... Why, the druid Halsin had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible. That can't be. You're either an excellent storyteller. Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter? That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now. Perhaps that's for the best. If I just... Oh, my dear sweet gods! If we managed it, we'd have a specimen of incredible rarity on our hands.
And with Halsin saved, we wrap up Chapter 1 of Act 1. The game doesn't have chapters, but I'm breaking up this video because it is already way too long, and there is still so much in Act 1 that we have to do. This game has so much content. It's insane. I've edited down about like 20 hours, and this video was still too long, so catch part 2 coming at you soon. In fact, it's already almost done. I'm editing part 1 and 2 at the same time, so they should come out relatively at the same time-ish. So yeah, subscribe for that, and just for me, because I'm cute. And follow me on Twitch, where you can find all of the video game stuff that I do. I will be playing Act 2 of Baldur's Gate all throughout March. You can catch me on Sundays streaming that. My link tree is down in the description, and you can find ways to support me there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on a little bell notification, follow me on Twitch, and yeah, do all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and I'm Chloe, as you all know me. Thank you so much for watching to the end. You mean the absolute world to me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.